4 Marlies who could have an impact with the Toronto Maple Leafs in the postseason. You're going to want to stay tuned for this video. Also, stay tuned all the way to the end of the video to hear my sleeper pick for a prospect who could get signed by the Maple Leafs next season. There have been 4 players this year with the Toronto Marlies who have played good enough to be an impactful player with the Toronto Maple Leafs in the postseason. The first one, Joey Anderson. The 23-year-old has 38 points in 53 games this season with the Toronto Marlies and is one of the biggest leaders on that team. Anderson's good at both ends of the rink. He's very responsible defensively, very good at creating offense off the rush and just being able to keep the puck in the opposing team's zone. He's also very good on the Marlies power play, being a great net front presence, and I think if he was to go up to the Leafs at any point, he would be a great fourth line addition if they struggled to have Clifford, Spezza, or Simmons make an impact in the postseason. Again, at 23 years of age, Joey Anderson makes you think he's 28 years old with the way he leads, the way he talks. He's very mature for his age, as is his game, and that's why I think he would be one of the good players who could make an impact with the Toronto Maple Leafs in the playoffs. The second player on this list is Alex Steeves, who's been up with the Maple Leafs earlier on in this season. The 22-year-old didn't wait to make an impact in the AHL with the Toronto Marlies. In his first 55 games in the American League, he has 45 points, and of those 45 points is 22 goals, one shy of the Marlies' rookie goal record of 23 set by Josh Levo. Steeves plays the sort of run-and-gun style game at the AHL level. If he gets the puck in the defensive zone, he will take it and he will skate as fast as he can down the ice, usually beating players in foot races, but what's really good about Steeves is his shot. He's talked a lot about this season about having a first shot mentality, and rather than giving a pass, taking that shot, because a lot of the time his shot goes into the back of the net. With his speed, he also has some physicality. There was a point in the season where he's dropped the gloves. There's a lot of toughness in this player. He's also very good in the defensive zone, and I think could help the Maple Leafs if, again, a Kyle Clifford, a Jason Spezza, or Wayne Simmons doesn't work for you in the playoffs. I think Steeves could be in a fourth line, third line, or at some point even a second or first line role with the Maple Leafs. Toronto's going to need goals in the playoffs, and if people aren't scoring goals and you need a goal scorer, Steeves is the one to call up. The third player on the list is Brett Ceci. Ceci has been a very valuable player to the Toronto Marlies this season, one of their probably most valuable players this year. The 26-year-old is almost averaging a point per game in the AHL this year. He has 57 points in 59 games. He's a very speedy, very good player who could be used up and down the Maple Leafs lineup if needed. Although he's listed at 5'9", Ceci can play like a player who's 6 feet tall. He's very good at being physical, very good at using his protection for the puck. He's also very speedy, which allows him to get in the transition really fast, going from the defensive zone to the offensive zone, and usually beating players with his physicality on the outside to come in and get a shot off. Like Anderson and Steeves, Ceci is also a very big leader in this Marlies team and would be very valuable if the Maple Leafs needed him in the playoffs. And last but not least, you may have guessed it already, is Nick Robertson. Now, he is already up with the Maple Leafs, but I had to put him in this video because he's been deserving of an NHL call-up for a while now. This season with the Marlies, he's averaged over a point per game, scoring 27 points in 26 games, and of those 27 points are 15 goals. If there was a chance for Robertson to play a full season in the AHL, he would have blew this rookie goal record out of the water. If he was on pace to play a full season, he would have around 41 goals, which is almost double the Marlies rookie goal record. The one thing that stands out about Nick Robertson, sort of like Ceci too, is his size and the ability to take his size, although he's small, using it to his advantage and making himself seem a lot bigger than he actually is. One of the reasons why I think the Maple Leafs chose to call him up right now is the fact that his confidence is at an all-time high. Playing with the Marlies in the AHL, he was doing a lot of good things that showed his confidence. He wasn't afraid to try and dangle players or get around them for a scoring chance. He wasn't afraid to take that shot on the power play or call for the puck, which he's done a lot. But his confidence has grown a lot since he returned from his injury, and I believe he has earned that call-up. He has earned the opportunity to play in the Maple Leafs top 6 alongside John Tavares. Overall though, Robertson has started living up to his draft potential when you saw him score over 50 goals in the OHL just a few years ago. Now he just has to do it at the NHL level, and if he can do that, there's going to be a lot of good things from Robertson in the playoffs and next season too. Now, as promised, I am going to give you a sleeper pick for who could be a very impactful player for the Maple Leafs next season, and that name, if you haven't heard it already, is Bobby McMann. After playing 4 games with the Newfoundland Growlers in the ECHL, McMann came up to the Marlies and never looked back. Over the span of 58 games this season, McMann has 33 points. Now, it's not a lot of assists, but the goal total speaks for itself as he's tied Josh Levo's record of 23 goals for a Marlies rookie in a single season. So one more goal, he breaks the record, and it's always possible with Marlies having 3 games remaining on this year. McMahon's on the bigger side at 6'1". He has a lot of strength on the puck and off of it. His defensive structure in the game is very good. His offensive structure as well. He has that physicality, he has that speed, and he can turn that speed on at any moment in time and blow past players in the opposing team's end to get a scoring chance from the outside. He's very good at that, and he uses it to his advantage a lot. Now, McMann is signed for 1 more season with the Toronto Marlies. He signed the extension earlier this year, which means the Maple Leafs like what they see from him. And I think if he continues his play into the postseason, how far they get is yet to be seen, but if he continues that good play next season and just continues to build his game, there's going to be a Maple Leafs contract in his future, no doubt about it. McMann has also showed a lot of qualities of being a leader. He was a captain at his last year of university, and he's shown how capable he is of doing things. He's always the last one off the ice at practice. If there's a number of players working on something, he's always somewhere else doing a drill all by himself. If players are having fun, he's very serious about his craft, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Maple Leafs locked him up next year. But that's all my picks for Marlies who could have an impact with the Maple Leafs in this postseason. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Leave a like if you really enjoyed the video, and if you really enjoyed it as well, subscribe as always. It helps a lot. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.